Come on, welcome back to the roundabout. You already know what time it is. It's time for your weekly roundup of all the sporting events of the week. We're going to be talking FA Cup action. We're going to be talking Serie A. We're going to be talking La Liga. We're going to be talking League. Oh, we're going to be talking some transfers as well. Make sure you smash up that like button. Big up your damn selves in the building. I'm gassed. I'm hyped because the Enzo bag is not fully closed. Listen, get everybody on that plane out to Portugal for the final heist. The Avengers. Yeah, Cobham Avengers. Strap everybody in that plane. Priority boarding. Put them in the luggage if they need to be. Put them with the luggage. I want Bowie in the building. I want Egbali in the building. I want Roman Abramovich in the building. I want Marina in the building. I want everybody. Bring them all. Bring João Felix. Yeah? Let him explain what it's like, Benfica to Chelsea. Let him explain. Bring Ramirez, David Luiz, Matic. Bring them all. Make sure that when Steinley's on the plane, make sure that Daniel Frankenstein's on the plane. Make sure that they're all on the plane ready. Seatbelts fastened, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to Portugal. Listen, Enzo Fernandez is where I'm starting. This saga has been going on for so long. And there's only one way to conclude this, ladies and gentlemen. Yesterday, there weren't really updates. There was a regurgitation and a recycling of the news. We knew that he wanted to join us, and still does. We know that Rui Costa wants his release clause money, and still does. We know that FFP-wise, we can't play that release clause, so we got to do it in installments, and they don't want the players. We know this. So, the only way to get this deal done, as I was saying on my watch-along, is to pay in installments up until or maybe slightly above the release clause to give them a little bit of extra value for money. So we're going to give them, say, 110 million. Say 80 million, 75 million up front like we would for Caicedo. Then the rest of it in installments rising to 110, just a little bit over the 105 release clause. So they feel like they're making a little bit more than they would make potentially in the summer if they feel like they would get that money in the summer. Then loan him back to Benfica. They have sporting achievements to hit, targets to hit, league to wrap up. They're top of the league currently. Champions League, they're still participating. Loan his ass home. Loan his ass home like you did with Gasto. Yeah, like you did with Nkunku. Nkunku's still there. Let them stay at their parent club. Let them stay. Let them stay there with their parents. We are the guardians, all right? Let them stay with their parents. Sign that permission slip. Let them go on the field trip. And we'll see you in the summer, my dear, my darling. Do you know what I'm saying? Let them stay. Let them stay so they can handle their business, so they don't have to rush for a replacement. Make sure that you're patting up that deal nicely. Yeah, that's the way to get it done. Installments, in my opinion, like I said, pay a little bit above and beyond maybe. Yeah, spread it out, and then you can handle that 5-year, 6-year, 7-year contract potentially. Amortization. That's everybody's new favorite word, right? Spread that cost out. Lovely jubbly. Todd Bow, if you're listening to this, that's how you get the deal done. When you get to Portugal, have a word with Rui Costa. Listen, he's a baller, but he's becoming a little bit of a thorn in our side. And I'm not surprised because we've been a bit of a bastard to him. But it's time to get this deal wrapped up now, ladies and gentlemen, all right? Now, speaking of getting deals wrapped up, Caicedo, Arsenal, get your money up with your broke ass.
No way. I'm going to get you out of here. I promise you, I'm going to get you out of there. You don't belong in there.
Listen, you've been walking on this little fairy tale wonderland. You know what I mean? We're bigger, badder. Listen, you don't have to spend like us if you want to be like us. If you want to bring in the bacon in January, if you want to bring in these players, Brighton are pissed. Brighton have lost Cucurella. They've lost Graham Potter. We had to pay out money for this player, this manager. Remember, we had to pay some sort of release clause. Then they also lost Trossard to you. You know, they've lost a lot of people. They've lost their whole recruitment, their whole staff. Now they've got Matoma balling out, who we're going to speak about in a minute. And now you want to take Caicedo. Brighton have had enough. They're angry. So if they say they want 90 mil or they want 100 mil, you better pay up. I know you just had a 70 mil bid that was rejected as quickly as can be. You know, you sent that email. You said, hey, I hope to hear back from you on Monday morning. They said, hold on, sweetheart. Hold on, darling. Sweetheart, sunshine. They sent that email back lickety split. They sent that email back 20 minutes later like, yo, big man, that's been rejected. Don't even think about Monday mornings. I'll send that email right now. No. Kind regards, sincerely's no. So you guys better pay or you will not play. Do you know what I'm saying with Caicedo? I mean, 21 years old, that statement we spoke about in the last video. But yeah, it's a long day. 70 million bid rejected by Arsenal. Let's get into some of the football. Transitioning nicely. as we will transition with Enzo Fernandez hopefully in our team. Brighton, I'm starting to figure out what it is. It's not about the players. It's not about the Casados and the Cucureas and the Potters and the, you know, and all of the recruitment team. And Matoma. We're going to get to Matoma. It's about Bloom. You see the person that Casado apologized to at the start of his opening letter, dissertation. Do you know what I'm saying? His little Microsoft Word spreadsheet, his presentation, his Excel. He apologized to Bloom. Bloom's the key. Bloom is the key. I've clocked. Bloom is the key. He is the key to all the craziness. And another player that they brought in who has barely finished. I mean, he got his PhD in dribbling, and now he's out here cooking Trent, flipping Gomez, sending him back to Lewisham. This is the second time Gomez has gone to Brighton and been told to go back to Lewisham, and that hurts my heart as a Lewisham boy. This is ruthless. This is criminal activity of the highest order. Matoma with that flick over my man's head, just like Welbeck. Oh my goodness, very distasteful, very disgusting, very tantalizing. What's wrong with you lot? Who angered you? So, fair play. I actually know who did. The referee. You should have given him red card. There was 2 free challenges that should have been a red card, but God spoke. The higher powers spoke. They said, listen, you ain't going to referee that game. Let me take that into my own hands. And they blessed Brighton with that win. And listen, Liverpool should have been out in the last round with Wolves in the first game. And now Mitoma with that beautiful flick. The way that Joe Gomez, bruh, I hate to dunk on my schoolboy, my childhood friend, but brother, he was twerking for Matoma. He had his ass out. We got memes on this shit. It's unfortunate. It's what they're doing on Twitter.com. They got memes of this, bro. Bro, how you even gonna, how did he even get put in that position? That's wild. Matoma, you need to relax, bro. You need to relax. PhD in dribbling, and now you're moving like this. Like I said, you're accomplished far too much. He's 25 years old, but you need to calm down, man. You're still young. There's no need for this sort of violence. God knows what his price tag's going to be. 3.5 million turned into 350 million real quick. That inflation's going to hit like crazy. Oh my goodness. Brexit's a bitch, honestly. It's mad. So, Matoma, unbelievable. Brighton again, persistence prevails. Do you know what? It was actually an even game. Both teams actually played pretty well. I thought Liverpool had their chances. Salah should have scored that 1v1. There were chances for both teams, but Brighton just kept it going, and there's no reason why they can't feel like they can go all the way in this FA Cup. You look at the teams that are out. Arsenal are out, Chelsea are out, Newcastle are out, Liverpool are out. It's only Man United and Man City left. So if those two come up against each other, sorry, I'm not going to mention Tottenham here because they're serial bottlers, you have an opportunity to win this. Brighton, Hove Albion, listen, I'm here for you lot. Go for it, man. Really do push for it. And I can understand why you want to keep Casado, man. You got dreams to fulfill. Go for that FA Cup. So really impressive from them. Obviously in the other game, the other big game this weekend, right? City versus Arsenal. It wasn't so impressive. It was a little bit dry. The ingredients were there, but the seasoning wasn't done, and the spices weren't spicing, and the flavors weren't flavoring, and it was just a little bit dry, a little bit dull. It wasn't what we expected from the first Arteta versus Pep clash. It's unfortunate. It's a shame, but it's not something I'm going to hold against you guys. You got bigger fish to fry. In the Premier League, I'm expecting much better. I'm expecting bombastics. But in the FA Cup, like I said, this could have been better. You guys could have given us a better meal. A wonderful meal, but it wasn't. So it is what it is. But you got a Casado situation to handle. So good luck to you, man. And obviously, Man City, like I said, did you really prove a point? Did you really, dent Arsenal's confidence? I don't think so. When you got Lokonga spraying a ball across to Saka, parties coming off rotations, it's nice to get the win. Don't get me wrong. Fair play to you lot. But I don't think you've really dented their confidence. Is it part of the plan as well? Like I would say on my round table. Would I have preferred Arsenal to have more games? Probably. So, is it part of the plan? Probably not. So, we move. But anyway, Rashford as well, quick mention against Reading, ridiculous. I don't know what that skill was. That brother just dashed down the left wing, little 2-2 step, and then just flicked it. Like, I'm not really sure, Rashford, what's wrong with you. But I know you went to LeBron James's studio and did a bit of stretching, and, you stretched your calves out and did your hamstrings, and, but I don't know what's wrong with you, mate. Like, genuinely, feed the kids, bro. Like, focus on them. Don't focus on yourself anymore, man. It's crazy. Man said, I'm not feeding them kids no more. I'm feeding me. I'm betting on me. Ivan Toney vibes. It's crazy. But anyway, let's get to Europe, man. Let's just move to Europe, because what happened in Serie A again this weekend was crazy. Victor Osimhen, this guy's finishing and KK on the left. That partnership continues to prevail. Now, Roma and Jose Mourinho thought they were going to snatch something for the 1-1, but the Simeone substitution, and we ain't talking about Diego. Wonderful finish to give Napoli a now 13-point lead at the top of the table. But that is not where it starts and ends at Serie A. Juventus and AC Milan both holding smoke at home. Both of them holding smoke at home. Juventus lost at home to Monza Bank. Who does that? I'm with those lot. I've not bucked them since I got the card. What's wrong with you lot? Losing at home to Monza, that's crazy. It's crazy. I know you're mid-table now. You had a lot of points deducted. You're feeling sad. You're in your feelings. Therapy is needed. I understand. But you have to hold some sort of standard here. You have to hold some sort of levels. You're still Juventus. It's crazy. Are you going to let the season peter out? It's going to be interesting to see the mentality of the team, because I watched them against Napoli and it was Di Maria or bust. And I don't know. You know, I've seen Chiesa doing right wing-back shifts. Allegri's not looking too good at the moment in terms of the style of play. It's looking a bit bleak. FFP are on your ass. UEFA are watching you. FIFA are watching you. Serie A, you're getting investigated more than anyone right now. I wouldn't be surprised if the FBI and the CIA are investigating you. God knows for what, but hey, anyone could be investigating you at this point. So you guys need to move very cautiously, very carefully on these streets, as I do, because it is late at night. But in the league, that was a mad result. It was a mad result. And AC Milan, they've been getting piped. They've been getting slam dunked. They've been getting run through. They've been getting sliced and diced, flipped and fried. They have been holding corn for the longest. They got slapped up against Inter. Then they get slapped up to Lazio, and now they get slapped up to Sassuolo. How you even work that one? These men have dropped through the table like like Saj at one of my parties way back when in Ireland. Crazy, man. Crazy. So, yeah, man, AC Milan and Juventus, that was rough. But also rough for PSG, who drew at home to Reims. Balogun, or should I say Balogunman. Wow, what a last gasp equaliser. I didn't watch the game. I was too busy focusing on Napoli Roma, but I saw the goal. I don't know if he contributed anything else to the game, but they did actually have a great first half. They peppered them. Then PSG got to go through Neymar. Verratti was sent off, and then Reims, they came back. They kept going, and they got their draw, and they're well worth that draw. From what I saw statistically in the XG and whatnot, you were well worth your draw. So fair play to you for picking up your point at the Parc des Princes. And Balogunman, I don't know how Arsenal are going to fit you into their plans. They got Nketiah and Jesus, but it seems like another Hale End brother is flourishing. Just to remind you, Nketiah is a Cobham brother, so don't get too cheeky. But yeah, fair play to you. And yeah, man, just Mourinho as well. Like I said, I know you're trying to come back to Chelsea for the third time, but I was looking for some sort of shithousery or some sort of tactical masterclass against Napoli. You couldn't quite pull it off. So, you know, my scouting report is not looking too pretty for you at the moment. But listen, you're doing a grand job at Roma. But yeah, not quite Chelsea level. Now, I want to finalise on this point. Deadline day is coming up. The content's going to be flying. God knows what's going to happen. 2 live shows later on today. London Clubs Carnage and Battle North. Lord, let me tell you something, right? Back to back, 5 p.m, 6 p.m. They're going to be at the end screen. Make sure you're ready and locked and loaded, because these are going to be violent shows. But I have to give a shout out to Wrexham. What a draw at home to Sheffield United. Again, I didn't get to see it, only the highlights. But you guys drew at home Sheffield United. Fair play. Let me drop my pad. Let me drop. Fair play, man. Fair play to you guys. Seriously. Replay, FA Cup. This is the magic of the FA Cup. And the other magic of the FA Cup is that it's actually on TV. ITV. Thank you for providing us with the action. You know, we were in the deep depths of Finland and Denmark and New Zealand trying to find Copa del Rey, Real Madrid versus Barcelona. Sorry, Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid. I was in God knows what continent trying to find that. I was in Alaska trying to find a TV channel for that. But fair play to the magic of the FA Cup. We can actually watch it, which is magic in the UK. It's magic if you can watch football in the UK. I know the game's played here, but if you didn't know, we can't watch it here. It's weird. It's a weird system, but it is what it is. So, yeah, man, listen, I'm going to see you guys in a bit. Make sure you smash up the likes button. Make sure you let me know in the comments, will Caicedo get done? Remember my prediction in the last video? I believe he will stay. I believe he won't move. Brighton are fuming. Brighton are not happy. Everybody's been taken from Brighton and not given a lot back. you know what I'm saying? It's a two-way streak. Someone sell a player to Brighton. You ever think about how Brighton's feeling? You ever think to yourself, maybe you should give a player to Brighton and see if you can help them on their journey and their aspirations and ambitions? Or you just going to take? You greedy motherfuckers. So it's rich coming from me, considering the fact that it's my club that's literally ripped up everything in terms of their infrastructure. But, you know, shameless FC continues. So let me know what you think is going to happen in terms of the two transfers, the big ones, the midfielders. Let me know what you think of the games I've discussed. Big up your damn selves in the building. I'll see you guys in a bit, people. Peace.